Thursday morning. We brought the 440 over this morning to kind of help with the dragging. We'll probably start running 2 skidders on this job just to try to speed things up. John's on the 440 right now. We're trying to get some of these ash cleaned up where I left off yesterday cutting. So right now, it dried out quite a bit yesterday, but still, I told him just to take them out one at a time right now just to make sure it ain't gonna have any problems. Better safe than sorry, which the great thing about the cable skidders, you can drop the load and winch it to you to kind of avoid running heavy through those soft spots. So that'll be nice. Dad and Kenny are on up the creek cutting, or up the ditch, whatever, up towards the south. I think they were cutting walnut this morning. I wanted to work on these ash. I kind of enjoy cutting this stuff. I'm gonna bring down this leaner here right now. From an early age in life, Dad always kind of had a fear instilled into me about maple and ash timber. About, you know, you better be careful, that stuff will pop and bust and get you if you don't get it cut good. So he's always told me the key to it's always get your heartwood cut out, which it is with any type of tree, but ash and maple just seem extremely brittle, and it seems like they bust a little easier that and real good grained red oak. So I always try to get in there deep and get that wood cut out and then go from there. So we'll get this one on the ground. I'm gonna go right back in there where we just got that one, which will work out good, and by the time I get it on the ground, he should be coming back. It's a hog right there going out. Those kind there can be a bear cat because they tend to get hung up on things as long as they are, especially when your road's got a zigzag. John's a good enough skidder operator. He can read into that before he gets to it, which makes it nice. I mean, running a skidder isn't something that just happens overnight. I mean, it really does take a lot of practice, a lot of experience to be a good, efficient operator. And it doesn't come down to just running a machine. It comes down to reading the scenario and reading your terrain, getting an idea of your logs, your best route to go with your logs. There's a lot to it, there really is. And you know, Dad had me on a skidder. I was probably, I don't know, 13, 14, somewhere when I started dragging logs, pretty much full time on the weekends when I wasn't at school, or, you know, the summers I wasn't in school. I was in the log woods with Dad, and I've always had an appreciation for log skidders and skidder operators, because that's kind of where I cut my teeth. Now anymore, I kind of dread having to run a skidder. I'd much rather be on the ground with a saw in my hand. I love cutting timber, but there's days where I've got to be on that skidder. But for John, it works out good. John's retired. It's gives John something to do in between golf games for him. He's said he's from Stockton. His dad and my dad were actually really good friends. They grew up together, and he's just kind of been a friend of the family, so it works out pretty good. Somebody you can trust and depend on to go to work. He's got some mechanical skills to boot, so kind of the best of both worlds there. So when he gets back, we got a few more that need drugged down. I've got a few more that need cut in here. Pretty good little peninsula of ash here. So just kind of making our way through them. The truck's on its way. Of course, there's already a decent little pile of logs out there from yesterday, what they didn't haul out. And you know, with trees like that, we're making some leg room on getting another load out pretty fast. We really need to bust out about 10,000 feet a day of this stuff. That's what we really need to do. More would be better, or yeah, more would be a lot better, but minimum on the 10,000 side for this type of material, minimum. Which luckily we've still got some decent markets for this ash and maple and bottoms type timber, and when you got some walnut and bur oak in the mix, it kind of helps offset that, definitely. But it's a fun place to cut logs, I know that.
Skidders run.
guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.